go back to the definition part for a different reason. I think I went through levels of strength. And what I mean by that is who I was when I was being strong right after my divorce and um, coming from that situation, who I was in the healing stages post marriage, post divorce, was not is not the same strong that I am now. The strong that I see in some of my sisters is a defensive strong, is a you're not gonna screw me over ever again. I've been in bad situations. I hardened myself and went out there and used that pain, disappointment, or whatever that is to kind of drive my passion to never go back to that situation or to do better. Right. And so in that process, we also call it healing, which is not just letting y'all know y'all don't want to hear it, but that's what it is. It's not you're hardening yourself. You got your wall up. You like, I wish someone would do that to me again. And so when you meet this new person, it's almost like you're like, I'm a good catch because I have this resume of qualifications, right? I got my own house, I got my own car, my kids did this, but right. So you're like, these are reasons why you can't say that I need you and you can't disappoint me and disappear. And so we use that in a projection to be strong. Like, why wouldn't you want me? I got myself together, I got a house, I got a whatever. Well, the problem with that is we're projecting and we see ourselves projecting that we have all these things and we're a good catch. But I feel like the man is sensing the wall, I'm talking to a wall. We're not going to be able to collaborate and build because you saying I got my shit together alone. There's nothing to build, right? And I think at that point when the man turns around, he's like, look, I'm good because you're not looking for a partnership. You're not looking for me to join your life. It comes across as this man doesn't want me because I'm too strong for him. And at that point, that is not effective communication because a woman leaves thinking, I'm strong. And that's what the problem is. And the guy is looking at you like, no, you just
Hell
don't
no.
have a
Your ass
space
is
for
stank.
me to be with you. You're so strong, I can't get past the wall to be your partner. I'm over here almost like we're competing. We're going to be competing all the time. And who wants to deal with that?
Well, I
Right?
mean, here's the thing about it. The logic of it is you're so strong and you're so independent, and that means you can take care of yourself. Great. But you're here on a date for a reason.
True.
There's
Right.
something that you wanted or needed that was not there, and you're looking, trying to find it. So try to find that and not jump out, like you say, I guess, when you're still in the hardening stage versus the healing stage. Because the healing stage comes after that. You know what I'm saying? You got scars, you got, what is it? Scabs that come over cuts or whatever. But
Mhm.
eventually those go away, soft skin returns.
Yeah.
But until it's there, it can always become another open wound.
Yeah.
So timing and understanding yourself and where you are is important. And you can't just sum up a person's unwillingness to have to battle you in getting to know you as a person not being strong enough to deal with a strong woman, so to speak.
Yeah. But being strong does not mean there needs to be an absence of vulnerability. And I think that's what pushes the right man, because you're gonna attract some of the wrong away, is there's a absence of vulnerability and an excessive amount of this image of strength. I don't think we see that when we're in the healing stage.
Well, I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
As always, Auntie.
And hey, hey, fellow friend down in
Hey,
the
what's up,
corner.
KB? Ask my boy KB.
KB.
I
Hey,
invited him
KB.
in.
So,
We'll get to you in a second, brother.
so being playing devil's advocate as a woman who is strong, I'm being open. I'm being vulnerable. I'm letting you know how I feel. I'm letting you know what my position is. Okay, I'm showing you who I am. So, why is it that in me being vulnerable is interpreted and as and it's interpreted in a way that I feel like you are intimidated by me because I'm telling you who I am. I'm telling you where I'm coming from. I'm sharing all of these things with you. It's not that I'm trying to have a debate with you. Um, but I just sense that you are intimidated by the fact that I can be this transparent. So what's your deal? What's wrong with you?
So you're telling.
I'm telling you that I do have these things. I'm telling you that I want a relationship, but in me being vulnerable and sharing this, you, the man, you're getting an attitude with me and feeling some kind of way because of the fact that I'm being transparent. I'm telling you what the deal is.
Well, that's different from what we were saying with somebody coming and saying, I don't need no man and I can do everything by myself.
But that's me being transparent. I'm telling you, I don't need a man. I want you, but I don't need a man. But what happens is when I do that, but when I do that, the brother gets intimidated.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
So if you don't need a man, what is the purpose of going out, and like what is your mission of going out to these
I want a relationship. That's not the issue.
But that can I just say,
you want a relationship
regardless,
with who?
They don't want to hear that.
A man?
You can't tell a man that.
Who do you want a relationship with?
Go ahead, D, because I think D got where I'm going.
No, I got where she's going. The same way we were saying that there are women at different levels in this meeting of a person stating that, you know, there's conflict between a strong person and a person accepting a person as being quote unquote strong.
Yes.
Men are also on different levels. So we have to also quantify this by stating that, like, okay, there are some men who do not need to be out dating.
Facts.
Right? There's some people who do not need to be out dating, both men and women, right? But I think what the good doctor is saying is there are also going to be situations where a woman is not so much coming off as being strong or intimidating. It's just that this person is now recognizing that they are not in a position where they're up to it. And they can either try and fake it, or they can try and exit, or they can try and flip the script and make the other person feel a type of way if they're a manipulative person.
Mm-hmm.
But we got to take all of those out of the equation, because this question is of men who are saying that they're intimidated by strong women. And none of us on this panel, I feel, fall into that lower level of brother. So I don't know if we can intelligently speak from that aspect.
I don't know that tribe.
And it may be an abrasive. Thank you, Facebook user. Who is that? But thank you, Facebook user, Mr. Rivera, Michael. Thank you so much, Michael, for that comment. Yes, it may be abrasive, but if that is my delivery, because I'm confident in what where I am.
Deliveries can be adjusted.
But it's me. This is me, and I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I'm good. But I do want you. I do. I want this relationship, but I'm good.
If you want somebody, you might not want to lead with saying how you don't need them. Yeah. Hey, it's okay. Tell that man. If you want that man, tell that man you need to make him feel good.
Let's
too good to do that. We got too much ego to do that.
But why do I have to massage you? Why do I have to massage you?
Wait. Can we pause for a second?
I'm a massage back. I'm
hear what KB gotta say.
What's up? We can have a good old massage therapy session.
Let's get KB in the rotation.
Yes, I'm sorry, KB. Come on,
my bad, KB. We just iced you out.
What you think?
Nah, you're good, man. I'm just. Can y'all hear me good?
We can.
Yeah, I was just listening, man. I don't know where to start. I mean, I guess you can say. I mean, I could start with the comment I put on Facebook earlier, but I get to that later. But as far as the need and want, and I'm not really directing towards you, Doctor, but when I hear people
I'm married, I'm good. I'm just playing devil.
No. I know you are. I'm just saying, I don't want you to be like, hey, I don't want you to be like, hold on now. But nah.
She be like, almost 20 years, boo.
No,
I know she need that man.
She need that man.
But no, but when you hear, I'm gonna say more single women say they don't need a man.
Yep.
From my perspective, it's almost like the word need has been used as a sign of weakness.
Yes.
And when you hear people say, I don't need you, I mean, look, if you married, there are points in that man you need, and there's points in that woman that you need. Like for me, I'll be honest, I can't cook worth nothing. So I need somebody to help me in the kitchen. I'm being honest. You know, I was spoiled growing up in that area. I had a mom and 2 sisters. I never had a need to cook. But I mean, I'm not saying if I go in the kitchen, I'm clueless, but I'm just saying, hey, this is what I need. You know, and I think vice versa, there's certain things of a man that you desire, that you want, and that you need. But I think society has taken that word and made it a weakness.
Absolutely.
And I really don't understand why, but there's nothing wrong with it. It's not, it doesn't mean a man is going to take advantage of it. Now, you do have some out in the sea that will try to take advantage of you, but for the most part, most men don't want that. Most men desire, I think what you were saying earlier, Tyrone, as far as, you know, tell me that. What I learned some years back is that men, they like little boys. We want to be told this stuff. You think about it, if you got little boys, they want to be told, that's a good job you fixed on putting that car together. That's a good job when you went out here and do that. We want to hear that stuff. It don't mean we weak. We want
to, just like women want to be told they're pretty and feel desire,
exactly.
Right?
Exactly. But
is that not a thing too?
I'm going to agree with KB. We have gotten into this, and I don't see it as much in other cultures. I definitely see it amongst us Black women because we have to be strong in so many other avenues that we don't realize when we find the right person. And I just want to highlight that, find the right person in that safe space. It's okay to put all of that stuff down and just be soft, I guess is the word I'm looking for. But absolutely, yes, society has made the word need like we're allergic to that word. Like, I don't need nothing. But in actuality, and I can speak for women in my circle too, there is a need. There's a need to feel like I can rely on you. There's a need to feel wanted, to feel beautiful. Like, yes, you dress up for yourself, but not so much. You know what I mean? Like, you want that. You want that I'm valued, but in actuality, you need that to keep going as well. So I think that there is a hidden message in society of you shouldn't need anything. You should be this self-made, independent person or woman. And that becomes part of the wall between building with the right. And I want to keep saying that, with the right person, because the wrong person will make you believe that you're not too strong. And then when they can't match your energy, try to break you down to say the problem is you're strong, you're independent, whatever. And I think that's what a lot of women are interacting with. Weak men who got mommy issues that have not resolved their mommy issues, and they want to project them on you, period. That's me.
On the flip side of that,
come on.
I also see that as well. But on the flip side of that, I feel like there's a generation of, I know we're saying men, but for me, a man and a boy are 2 different things.
Okay.
And I feel like there's a generation of boys that women come across where they feel like they have to be the man in that relationship. And they deal with little boys and continuously deal with little boys over and over and over again. So then when they come across a real man, they treat that man like it's a boy, because that's just what they've been coming across. And I think that's where it kind of becomes unattractive to a real man, because yeah, you might not need a man, but you've been so used to having to be the man because you've been dealing with little boys that you don't know how to really treat the man.
I can see that too. Or have been exposed to a household where you watch.
Communication is more than just talking. If you're talking and you don't want to listen, then you don't know how to communicate. So if you're just throwing opinions at me, oh, I don't need you, I do this, I do that, great. But you suck at communication.
Facts.
So if you knew how to real man, then you would realize that real men aren't intimidated by strong women. You've just been dealing with little boys for so long that you don't know how to communicate and treat an actual man for you. And like you said, for the lack of a better word, even a strong woman should know how to humble herself. And some women, when they hear humble, they cringe and like, I don't humble to no. That's part of the problem. That's
humble is related to being submissive.
Exactly.
Oh Lord, you say submissive. Oh God. Oh Lord, that's just the worst thing ever.
But you can be a strong woman, but if you know how to humble yourself, then you're gonna attract a real man who's not intimidated by your strongness.
All right. So I was going to mention this, the submissive word. So what do you ladies think about when people say women should be submissive in a relationship?
Let's start with Tay. You want to take that because you've been kind of quiet. So do you want to talk about submission?
Y'all listen,
your definition of submission. You don't have to. We could
hold on. Don't do that. I know. Okay, I'm gonna talk about the submission y'all talking about, but
no, what you think submission?
She said this submission y'all talking.